Oh, here's a hidden hobby that I have that I think, oh, that silly thing. It's creating scientific names for conditions that don't exist that I notice in the world. One of them, and you'll find out in a second, I'm suffering from right now because it's time for Life's Potluck Buffet and our wild card episode about logos. This is John Paulus. Thanks for listening. So the condition I am suffering from is logo dysopia, the inability to see logos the way they're meant to be seen. I made up that word. For people who, like me, have a hard time understanding hidden things in logos, or in my case, I even sometimes see hidden things in logos that aren't really there. Anybody who knows me well knows that logos sometimes escape me in terms of like their hidden features. I'll give you an example. There is in San Francisco a municipal railway organization that runs streetcars and things like that in San Francisco called Muni, M-U-N-I. The logo for Muni, to a logo dystopic person like myself, looks like squiggly, tracks, trolley tracks, something like that. Even Lombard Street in San Francisco, it's kind of twisty. Looks like a trolley going down Lombard Street on its side. For years in San Francisco, I just thought the logo of Muni was representing on the streetcars and in other places of municipal rail significance. I thought that it was just that, just the tracks, like curvy tracks. That's it. Well, one day, to the hilarity of everybody, I declared out loud I remember where I was. There's a place where the streetcar goes inside, railway tunnels. And it was coming around the bend. Oh, that's a Johnny Cash song now. That's the Folsom Prison fittingly, since that's a California-themed song. So it's coming around the bend, and I see the side of the Muni car, and I realize that those squiggly lines spell the word Muni. And I exclaimed out loud, "It says Muni." I know that got a few laughs, and rightfully so. And it kind of has been the case with me for a long time that when I see logos, I tend to see something else, which is good sometimes because logo designers do a lot of work in having lots of hidden meaning in logos. What can we say about logo design? It's kind of like the most compact art because you have to fit a lot of meaning into a very small space. And it kind of has to be a little bit abstract, not in the sense that it's abstract expressionist art or something where you're like, what, that doesn't necessarily represent any shape or form. Of course, logos tend to represent shapes or forms that are often recognizable or made up of parts that are recognizable, but done so in such a way that it reorders the way you look at something into a new abstraction, if you know what I mean. I think that the art of logos is wonderful. And I think that even though I'm a great appreciator of what goes into the art of logos, I am a 1% viewer of logos because of my logo dystopia. The one that cracks me up that for years I never really told anybody about it, but I'll let you in on a little secret about a logo that I always read wrong, even to this day when I know what it says. And there's a chain of restaurants in the U.S. South called Cracker Barrel, and their logo, take a look online, just search online for Cracker Barrel, and you'll see their logo. So it's their sign. And it says Cracker Barrel quite clearly for those who are not logo dystopic. For me, it says Chicken Banquet. And before you suggest that I have this scene too, I believe that the logo designers of Cracker Barrel's sign secretly wanted me, and maybe others like me, if you are out there and see Chicken Banquet as well, let me know. Because I don't think I'm the only person who sees Chicken Banquet in that Cracker Barrel sign. So please let me know in the comments if you see the words Chicken Banquet and not Cracker Barrel. And here's why I think that it's intentional. Because I have a feeling someone who is logo dystopic themselves designed the Cracker Barrel sign and knew that a percentage of the population would see the word chicken and banquet in there. And what is Cracker Barrel's big thing? Well, one of their big items is chicken and biscuits. Do they have chicken and dumpling? I don't know. That's a southern dish, but I don't know if they have that. And I have a feeling that it's meant to lure in, a subliminal message for those of us who are logo dystopic to see the logo and think, oh, I'm going to have a chicken banquet there. I'll be like Henry VIII with my chicken leg. Maybe I should check to see if I pass by the sign and I'm particularly hungry, I see Chicken Banquet, and when I'm not hungry, I just see Cracker Barrel. Well, that's my story of another case of logo dystopia. So the wild card that I drew today has a picture that says your logo here. And this wild card is a fun card that lets us think about what our logo would look like or what's the logo we're thinking about. It's a particularly fun one because whatever pops to mind, whether you love the logo, you hate the logo, that's what you should talk about. Describe a logo that comes to mind, whether you love it, hate it, or just happen to think about it. There's a reason why it came to mind. Explain. What'd you think about? I'll tell you what I thought about was the Chrysler Pentastar. That's the logo of the former Chrysler, and it's a star with some wedges that are negative space. It probably spells the word Chrysler. Someone's going to be like, John, that says Chrysler. And I'll say, okay, I give up. I thought of that logo because recently I've been reading some autobiographies and biographies, and there was one involving some automotive industry people that I happened to read recently, and I was thinking of that, and I've been thinking about leadership a lot recently, and so I've been thinking about the relationship of those people to notions of leadership and so forth, and so I think that's why that popped to mind. What did you come up with, and why did it pop to mind? Are there any logos that you're particularly drawn to, that you like, that you see and you say, oh, I love that logo? If there is, let me know. Put it in the comments. If you have a problem seeing logos quote-unquote correctly, then let me know. I'd be interested to know if there's anybody else who experiences the inability to see hidden meaning in logos that you're supposed to see hidden meaning in. So if you share that, let me know. Or if you have my other condition, my other form of logo dystopia, where you add meaning to logos that isn't there. Looked online once about this, and apparently Oreo cookies, which are a popular cookie in the United States, they have a cookie that's double stuff, so it has twice as much filling than the single stuff Oreo. There's the plain regular Oreo, unmarked Oreo, and the double stuff has one F. It's like double stuff. Anyway, that's an example that I think a lot of people don't realize, and there are a lot of examples of when you read onto a logo and and read into it, because your mind tells you this must say double stuff, so there must be two Fs, but there's not two Fs. So let me know either way, and I hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time. If you like this video, there's this thumb-shaped button that you can click. The thumb's pointing up. Don't worry about the other one. You can also subscribe and go to lifespotluck.com to learn more about all of the design elements of Life's Potluck Buffet. You can find them in Recipes for Success, a free download after you sign up for the website, which is also free. And there's a page there that explains some of the design elements of Life's Potluck Buffet. That's kind of fun to look at. At least I had fun making it. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you on the next episode.